Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Garage Shop Insider. My name's Tim Packman. Today we are going to talk with another valued member of the shop, Max Sigle. He is from Kansas City, and he is the lead mechanic here for our team. Max, thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first of all, how long have you been with the Garage Shop now? Because we've talked to you quite a few times.
It's been a little over 5 years.
5 years?
Yes, sir.
Wow. And what's your background a little bit before you ended up here?
Well, mainly NASCAR.
Okay.
I mean, I worked in NASCAR for 11 and a half years. Did suspension and brakes, but if it bolted on the car, I pretty much had my hands on it. And but I've worked on muscle cars, show cars, antiques, classics, stuff like that.
And what teams did you work for in the NASCAR ranks?
Worked at 4 different teams. Worked on the 96 car. Caterpillar was our sponsor. And I also worked on...
Who's the driver?
That was David Green initially, but
Okay.
he was only there for 2 weeks, and then he was let go, and then it was like shift change at the car wash.
Okay.
We had multiple drivers the rest of the season.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then after that, I worked at Bessie Motorsports on Jeff Bodine's car, the 60 car.
Got it.
And then I was at, I spent 8 years between Roush and Yates, working on Dale Jarrett's car and Carl Edwards' car, and so on. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you've been in the garage shop, and as the lead mechanic, what are your duties?
Basically, if it bolts onto the car, I'm responsible for it for the most part.
That's good. So you've been through the Bonneville runs, you've been through the El Mirage, where else have we gone? Blytheville, Arkansas, all
yes,
that.
Sir.
The shop's grown.
Yes.
We outgrew the old shop.
Yes.
So, and we talked to Jim earlier, he gave you high praises working with you. When a new project car rolls in here, when you're told what you got to do, like, what's that like knowing, like, here comes something different? Because, like, in NASCAR, it was the same car, let's just say.
More or less.
But
yes.
Here you've got, a variety of cars that you work on.
Yes. Huge variety of cars. I mean, everything from, we did some restoration work on a 68 Camaro to doing a Streamliner bike. And we're working on the Test Mule, which is a pro mod, and a potential 500 mile an hour Streamliner. It's all over the map. You name it, we're working on it. So, and like road course cars, we had the Lola and old Cup cars, stuff like that. So it's the gamut.
So working in NASCAR, like many of us have, when you see an old Cup car come in, what kind of memories? Like, I remember this car, and you start, when it was on the track, and
yes,
when it's competitor, like I could look around there and I could spend, 30 minutes just, recalling memories. What's it like for you having been in the sport as well?
Yeah, a lot of that. remembering back to the old days, because the cars now that are on the track are nothing like what we were running back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's quite interesting to see the multitudes of different types of cars, and we have a bunch of vintage Cup cars here that belong to Vance Kirshner. We're our biggest customer. So, Kevin Harvick cars and Harry Gant from the early 70s.
That's a classic there. Now it's a Hall of Fame car.
Yeah.
That's right,
It's crazy the different cars we have through here. So it's pretty cool, though.
You got to love Vance when you hear, hey, Vance bought another car. Everyone goes, what's it this time?
Exactly.
Or what is it this time?
He's been on Bring a Trailer again. What are we going to end up with this time?
My favorite is still the Army tank.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, what was that, Vance? Love you, Vance. You do keep it interesting, my friend.
He does.
So what is your biggest satisfaction of working here and all the different cars that you work on?
I actually think it really has to do with the records. It's really cool to go to the track and have the car you built go out and be a record holder. In other words,
we're talking land speed, right?
Land speed, at El Mirage and Bonneville. The what Wayne has done with that Corvette that we built is just crazy. never would have expected that car to go as fast as it actually has. And same with Aaron's Roadster. I mean, the records, he's obliterated the records in the classes. So, yeah, that's a big satisfaction for me, because it goes right back to the NASCAR days where I loved going to the track and us winning.
Right.
I mean, probably my favorite memory was my very first time in the winner's circle.
Which was?
That was at Michigan with Carl Edwards with Carl.
Okay.
And that was my first time going to the track and actually working on the car. I mean, I'd been there with the 96 car, but I was just hanging around in the pits. I wasn't actually working on the car. But the very first time I went to Michigan and was helping pit the car, we won.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. When you're in winner's circle and they're doing the hat dance and holding up the number one and everything, I had no idea what was going on. I'd never done that before. So
The first time I went from being a member of the media at NASCAR.com to Dale Earnhardt Incorporated as their communication director. It was the 2003 Daytona 500.
Yep.
Michael Waltrip, and it was the rain delay.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, like we won. They're all dancing around. I go, what? We won. I'm like, oh, we won. So we get up, we do the victory lane. And they go, cover your eyes. And I go, what? And here comes the beer, the champagne and everything. And also it's like, oh my gosh. But I didn't know what to do either. I'm like, okay. Because I stood in the back. I watched what everyone else did.
Right.
All you see is this. That's because but they said, get up here. I'm like, okay. So it's like you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
quite the experience.
It is. Whereas this, you have a victory lane per se, but it's kind of the Red Hat Club.
Right.
But they know, and there has to be a sense of pride when the garage shop rolls into an event, knowing that people are there to beat you.
Yes.
And you're there to beat everyone else, but they know you're the litmus test because of the hard work you put in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, exactly.
That's got to be a different feeling.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's really, I mean, when we roll in, we bring an entourage.
Sure.
More or less.
Oh,
I mean,
I've seen it, yeah.
But it's not big, but everybody looks at us, what are we going to do next?
Right.
And that's what's really fun when we bump a record up again from what it was before.
And you know you're a big group when the ice cream truck at Bonneville comes by yours and stops by you and ends up sitting there for an hour and a half because everyone comes to it because our group was so big. I'm like, that's some horsepower there.
There you
Pun
go.
totally intended, but yeah.
Yeah.
So to back up what you said there, what at the end of the day, when you go home and you kind of sit and think, because you've like me, you have decades to think about.
Yeah.
What you're doing now compared to then, what would you say is your main satisfaction?
Well, it's a good question. Like I said, I loved being in winner's circle, and I didn't know that I'd ever get that opportunity again. Because when the sport sort of tanked in 2008, I was put out and didn't think I was ever going to be doing anything like this again. So now I'm doing it again, and that's what I really love about it, because I know that I still have the ability to make cars win.
Right.
I love that.
As lead mechanic.
Yes.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Very good. We talked about Wayne and the Corvette, 65.
Yes.
Now, you were part of when he brought it in, it was a normal street car.
Yes.
And I remember, I shared with the others, but I couldn't walk through the shop because you were in there tearing out the interior and taking it all apart. And it was done like a day and a half. The car was stripped. Yeah. Which was kind of disturbing because if I left my car in the parking lot long enough, I could come back. If I made you guys mad, I could come back on a trip and be like, hey, man. Yeah. Watching that whole, because that to me is like the first project I remember where it was a street car taken down and turned into something else.
Sure.
What was that whole thing like for you? I mean, when you were taking the car apart, like, you had to be a little odd.
Well, not really, because like I said, I've done some restorations on street cars before. Old buddy of mine and I, we did a restoration on a 1970 GTO Judge, but put it back to to original. And so tearing this down, we knew it was going to turn into a race car.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I've worked on Corvettes before.
Sure, okay.
Because I did that when I worked at RK Motors Charlotte. That goes back to the muscle cars and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but the end result has been well above what I thought it would be.
Okay.
It really has. I mean, just some of it is just because of the fabrication involved and the talent that we have or that build the car.
And the mechanics of it?
And yeah, and it's turned out way above what I thought it would. And the interesting part is that we changed classes with the car. Well, if we would have built the car for the class it's in now, it probably would have been a completely different car. Because this car still has all the independent suspension underneath, the front and rear. Because if we knew we were going to do it as a modified GT, it'd probably just have a 9-inch Ford underneath the back of it. And the rear suspension would be completely different. So this car has gone almost 250 miles an hour and still has the stock style suspension underneath it. Yeah, and the stock suspension is not really conducive to that kind of speed. It's really not, and the body sure isn't. So,
Right.
but
Let's talk about 250 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So when you were putting it back together, turning it into a race car, it looks a little different.
yes,
Let's go. But then when you took it there and then you broke all those records, there was a bunch of them as it progressed each one. How's that feel?
great.
Yeah.
I mean, it just that's what drives me to keep doing what I do, because I love being able to make something go that fast and then even be able to best myself. So that's why you all the little nuances in the car, all the little things you do are the things that make it go that much faster.
Let's talk about Wayne, the driver.
Yes.
Watching him be pleased with everything, that's had to be a sense of pride from the first time he saw it before he even raced it.
Yes.
And then once he took it on the track going, oh, wow, this thing. And then, 208 to 250 is a big jump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and he's one thing for sure. Wayne is a driver.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of that car at all.
Obviously.
But I mean, most people you would think they would be, but not him. And so his goal now is to do 250, and we're right on the edge. So hopefully we'll get that and over and above. So
Wayne's enthusiasm is kind of contagious, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah, kind of like Vance's.
Very much.
Yeah.
So.
Because Vance is into it like that, and then Wayne's it's kind of like, oh, okay, this isn't just somebody just mailing in like, here, I'm going to pay for this, and you're going to do this, and I'm going to go out there and go. Like they're in it, they're into it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the odd part about it is that this is his first real race car.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's done some road course racing, but his whole thing is he owns C2 Corvette restorations.
Right.
So, he has the Corvette background, but not in racing.
Right.
And that's why, I just thought it may be one of those things, well, he just, he liked the idea of having a race car, just didn't know what kind of driver he'd turn into.
Right.
But he is a true driver.
And we were talking out in the shop. Corvette enthusiasts are purists,
Yes.
but with him owning, the C2
Yes.
Corvette.
Yeah. C2 restoration.
Thank you, C2 Restaurant. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, Wayne. Got it mixed up there. Yeah. He has a fan club already. Now they're kind of, you said they look at it and go, all right, that's cool. I'm good with that. That's fine if you did that to that car. And then they see the results and like, oh, that's totally cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and see, then he took it to the NCRS meet in Las Vegas and got, I think he was 98 points out of 100. Yeah,
Wow.
the car got the ribbon that he wanted to get for the quality the quality of the car and
Good.
what it is. Yeah, which we never thought it would do that
That's
either.
good.
So yeah, it was very cool.
Australia, did you go to the first part?
Yes,
You went to the second part?
Well, I went the second time.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
So
and that
what
was.
was that like? You've never been to Australia, I'm just going to guess?
I've only been out of the country once in my
Okay.
life, and that was a long weekend south of Cancun.
Okay.
So I'd never been anywhere even close to going to
Got it.
Australia.
So they come say you're going to Australia. What your first thought on that?
Yeah, I mean it's very neat. It was disappointing the fact that we didn't get to run.
Right.
It rained out, but it was still cool. And I think my highlight of the whole thing was when we went to a nature preserve And
Go ahead.
and I got to see a kangaroo,
Okay.
and it wasn't in a cage.
No.
It wasn't like going to the zoo.
Yeah,
Well, there's
right.
a kangaroo in a cage. No, it was hopping around through there, and it was so quiet. It was like crazy. That and the Australian magpies, their vocals are incredible. And I got 2 really neat videos.
Oh, good.
And that's something I will
Yeah.
always treasure. That was
Tony
really cool.
said it. Their sound was like AOL dial-up back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like a computer tone. It doesn't sound like a bird.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
But that was really neat.
We talked to Jim. We went to a restaurant. He ate kangaroo. Did you sample some kangaroo?
I did too.
What'd you
Yep.
think of it?
It was good. It
All
was
right.
actually good. To be honest with you,
Okay.
to me, it tasted like steak.
Okay.
It really did. It tasted
Yeah.
the way they seasoned it and everything. If you told me that was kangaroo, I'd say, okay, it seemed
Wow.
to me like it was steak.
That's good. So you got to see one, sample one.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
So you're ready for when you go back now? You're looking forward to Australia, like actually going racing this time.
Yes. Yes.
But you've done the trip.
Yeah.
Took how long's the flights? Where'd you go from here to where? Here.
Well, we drove to Greensboro.
Got it.
And then we flew from Greensboro to DC.
Okay.
Then DC to LA,
Okay.
and then LA to Melbourne.
Got your miles up there.
Yeah, and the LA to Melbourne was 16 hours.
What'd you do on the plane?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I was in business class, and those seats will lay down into a bed.
Right.
I slept for probably 8 to 9 hours.
Seriously?
I never in my life have been able to sleep on
Wow.
a plane. But I put my headset on
Really?
and cuddled up and laid down under a blanket, and
That was it.
and I was out. And
Wow.
but they had good food, and
Sure.
it was really neat. It's my first time in business class,
Okay.
and I hope to do it again.
There's a little hint for you. If
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're in the cattle car section in the back,
Yeah.
it's not so much fun.
Yeah.
Because flying back was bad.
Because you were in the.
I was in the back. We couldn't do
Oh,
business
okay,
class
good.
again. It just didn't
I would
work.
have said if you had a choice, I'll take it back. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad because I didn't get a second sleep.
Yeah.
And we were probably flying a total of about 26 or 27 hours, and with all the layovers and everything, 0 sleep. So I was a zombie the next day. But I was here.
I'm sure you were. I know.
I had to come in.
I know the dedication. Yeah,
I had to
got
come
it.
in to work on that black Charger.
Yeah.
And so for 2 days, I was just the walking dead.
Slow motion.
Yes.
Very important question. Did you sample any Australian beer?
No, I did not.
Really? Okay.
In fact, I only had 1 beer the whole time I was there. That was it.
Okay. Just
So
curious.
no, but everybody says we need to. So
Well, I just curious.
I
I know some people are around here. I thought,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, maybe when we're there at the station where we're going to be
Right.
at the lake bed, we may do it. then,
Okay, I was just
because
curious, that's
There's
all.
a bar there. They've got
Oh.
a bar there. So
Okay. You got the local ambiance.
Yes.
Got to support the local, right?
That's right.
Hey, great seeing you as always. Keep up the great work.
Same here.
And thanks for being on with us today and sharing your story, Max.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. There's Max Sigle. He is the lead mechanic here for the Garage Shop. We thank you for tuning in. As always, we appreciate all our sponsors, Snap-on and everybody else, and we appreciate all of you who watch. And don't forget to give the like, the subscribe, and tell your other friends and family that we got it going on here. Thank you very much. I'm Tim Packman for the Garage Shop.